All right. I am live. I am so sorry for being late, astronauts. Literally, I slept through so many different alarms. You can tell it has been an exhausting time. It's close to finals, essentially. Let me start this poll. Make sure that I am ready for you guys. Oop. Almost forgot. Just give me 1 second. I'm getting everything ready for you all. I may even just do a pop-up just for make it up to you guys for being late, because I do not like being this type of late. Just getting set up right now. Getting set up. All right. Hey, Lena, how are you? Is the sound okay? I haven't checked it yet. I'm just checking the sound right now. See if I sound okay. Okay. All right, the sound is good. All right, thank you. I'm going to insert some polls. Today, I have my After Tarot deck, just because I missed it, and I love my After Tarot deck. But also, there was a poll I had. This is what happens when you've got too much to do. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I feel like my hair is really messy right now. I've got to redo it. Thank you so much. Oh, thanks for dropping by. You can still drop by. I mean, you can still stay. I'm about to do the weekly collective. So if you want to hear it, then feel free to stay. And I'm so glad you love the readings. I'll jump into the weekly collective. Okay, I just got an idea. I am just setting up the poll, guys. Sorry for being late. I'm going to apologize like a fifth time. Just because I just feel so bad. Like, feel so bad for not being on time. I am very much a stickler for times. Oh, have a wonderful day too. Bye. Well, maybe not stickler, but I do like to show up. I'll say that. I think we can all agree to that. Hey, sub hash re. I hope I said that right. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good right now. I'm happy it's Saturday and it's time for a mini break. Essentially. I hope everything's great with you. All right. Finish the polls. Sorry, guys. I'm a little tired. I would open the window. Actually, let me turn on this light. Make it brighter. All right. Now I'm prepared. Today's deck is the AstroTarot deck. Oop. There you go. And he said, I'm from India. Wow. Welcome from India. What time is it there? Sabhashri. Hope I'm saying that. No, I'm in a relationship. Okay. 10:37 p.m. Wow. It's late. But I'm glad to have you here. Feel free to fill out the polls. Astronaut, this week's question is, are you looking to date right now? And the answers are no, I'm in a relationship. Yes, I'm actively looking. No, not right now. And I'm on the fence. So for me, I'm going to say no, not right now. That's what I would choose. I don't know why they don't allow me to vote on my own poll, but that's okay. We're going to get started on the weekly collective. So we're going to get the overall vibes for next week coming up. This week, which is technically still going on, I believe we pulled the Five of Swords, the King of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. So let me know how your week has been. For me personally, the reading kind of was exactly accurate for me. Definitely a lot of miscommunication and chaos in the beginning of the week. I'm facing a breakup right now, but we love each other. Oh, I'm so sorry you're going through that. That's tough. I hope you managed to work through everything. And if you guys really end up breaking up for sure, if it's finite and no going back, give yourself time. Breakups are definitely tough, and I feel like they're tougher when they're mutual. So, you got to give yourself time for that one to really mourn that relationship. Now, as I was saying for the weekly collective, we got the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So the rest of the week, like I said, it's not like it's without challenges, but we're able to handle them or to go about things in a mature way. So that is what's happening. Ooh, another no, not right now. But let's get into this week. Ooh, a card is already chosen to pop out. So we have the Three of Pentacles. Pull this closer. This is the After Tarot deck. He has just completed his work and he's admiring it. We have Judgment. They're coming up as skeletons, and then we have people flying in the air, going up, I guess, into heaven. Then, let's get into this. Oh, okay, card has come out. We have the Seven of Swords. And this time, he's walking right into a trap. This is actually kind of funny because when I look at just Judgment and the Seven of Swords alone, it's definitely indicating just some sort of sense of justice or karma or somebody, getting their, what's the word? If they have been acting in a way that has not been moral, that has not been good, that has not shown that they have solid character, this week, things are basically not going to end well for them. So anyone in your life who has been cheating you, who has been wronging you, who has been very, very disrespectful, this week, they're likely getting their karma. But let's start off with the beginning card. We have the Three of Pentacles starting off the week. With the Three of Pentacles, this is showing that we are getting to a point where we've completed a cycle, where we've completed some work, or even just feeling like that we're proud of something that we've done, okay? With the Three of Pentacles on the After Tarot deck, he's admiring his work. He's happy about the things that he's accomplished. And not only that, but it feels as though you're at a point where you're ready to move to the next stage, whether this be in work, whether this be in some sort of routine, and you're like, I'm tired of this routine. It served me for a little bit. I'm ready to try a different way of living, a different way of life. Oh, and I'm so sorry, Sabarashi, that you're both suffering, and I don't know what stops him from coming back to me. He might recognize that that this is maybe not the best relationship for both of you. That might be it, because sometimes, even if you're both suffering, there's an understanding that, hey, we have some aspects of our personalities, our goals that we don't align on. And so that would make sense why he may want to end that relationship. But let me get back to the weekly tarot spread. So we begin the week at the ending point of a cycle, especially since we have Judgment there. That's all about a new day. That's all about a new beginning. That's all about letting go of things from the past. Judgment always reminds me of the Tower. And it makes sense because the Tower is ruled by Mars and the Judgment card is connected to Pluto. Both of these planets have a connection to Scorpio and Mars, right? So it's all about this moment where we are taking the minute to examine our lives and think about the next steps. So it's a very thoughtful week, but it's also a week where we feel very accomplished. And it's also a week where, as I mentioned, those who have wronged us may start to see, they may start to see that karma come through, right? And then if you have been, unfortunately, not being your best self, or being the highest version that you can be, you may find that you are getting your karma this week as well. We're all about accountability on this channel. So look out for that this week. Look out for any negative naysayers, haters, getting what's coming to them, or even you yourself, if you've, been a bad person or been a, bad girl, bad boy. Karma may happen for you this week. But ultimately, it's all about being strategic, defining your next steps, maybe even wanting some time alone, a lot of self-examination. When I see the judgment card here, the judgment card is very interesting because it's so layered. And if we see it between the Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, it's like, okay, I'm examining the parts of my life that I would like to change, to transform, and to let go of. Whether that's something deep or not deep, it doesn't matter. Like for me, I already know I've completed a cycle with my hair. I would like to change that next week. There we go. So it could be something simple like that. Or it would be something along the lines of, hey, I've completed a cycle at this job. I'm no longer suited for it. I'm ready to get out of here and move on. And you start strategizing and you start thinking about your future very much in line with the Seven of Swords. This can also be a moment where you start to strategically plan in terms of finances, just because we have that Three of Pentacles there. So Three of Pentacles can represent, oh, wow, I've reached some sort of savings goal. I paid off some sort of credit card. I paid off a loan, whatever the case may be. And then you get to judgment and you're like, okay, well, let me think about examining my next step. Like I'm letting go of that idea. I'm letting go of that motion. And now I'm moving towards where do I go next? And how can I make sure that I avoid any sort of trappings or anything that is going to put me in the wrong direction financially? But pentacles generally relate to our everyday life. They relate to our family. They relate to anything we consume. They can relate to our health. They can relate to our career. They can also relate to our titles. So if you have a title of Mrs., if you have a title of girlfriend, if you have a title of boyfriend, these things are changing next week, okay? It's like, okay, this is official. I'm officially have a new title, all right? So that's what's happening. And now you're trying to decide your future. And for some of you, as I said, your haters are experiencing a reckoning. So that is our weekly collective. You guys have to let me know how your week pans out and what happens for you next week. I am very much curious as what will be unfolding. Ooh, 8 votes. Looks like not right now. So you guys are either in relationships or not looking. I like that, It's like very much black and white, both ends of the spectrum. Not too many people are actively looking. I like that, which that makes sense, right? Because I feel like if you're actively looking, you may not be looking for too long, but it depends. It depends, right? Sometimes life or our karma or the universe is like, ooh, I want you to wait a while. Hello, love your readings. How long will you be on today? I'll be on for about an hour, so I have about 40 more minutes. And just to let you guys know, did I pin that comment? Let me pin it. Yeah. Letting you guys know if you're new, yes or no questions are $5, and the excuse me, in-depth questions are $10. Let me make sure that I put in the right address for you guys. For PayPal, I just want to check it because I just changed it last week. So I want to make sure that you guys have the correct one. It should be Astro-Tarot Brandy. Make sure that that is there. and I'll say new. Cash App is AstroTarotResearch. That should be my Cash App. Let me check the name again. I'm very particular. Yep, AstroTarotResearch. See, and it should be in the description. At least my Cash App should be. But let me make sure that my email is in the description as well. Okay, it is. Both my email and my Cash App can be found in the description, but I will copy and paste it into the comment section so you guys can see it there. When I send this Cash App, do you see a screenshot? Do you need a screenshot? No, I don't need a screenshot. I can just see it. I'll make sure to put that in there in the comments. There you go. So you guys don't have to look. Fortunately, it won't let me edit the comment. All right. Okay. Oh, and don't forget, guys, I offer private readings. The link for the form is in the description. All you have to do is fill it out, and I will get back to you with your questions. I do tarot readings, and I also do Vedic chart readings because I love Vedic astrology. I think it is very detailed. It is specific. It is very refined. And not only that, but I love that they follow where the planets are currently at in the sky, as opposed to Western. But I do like Western astrology as well, so I'm not going to hate on that. But yes, as I was saying, it is $5 for yes or no, $10 for in-depth question. There's no limit on the amount of cards I pull. I just follow my intuition and go. And just let me know when you have sent. I have the PayPal email below, which is astrotarotbrandy@gmail.com, and the Cash App is AstroTarotResearch. So hopefully that answers that. But let me know, guys. And sorry I was late today. I did not mean for that. I literally slept through like 3 different alarms. It's because it's finals week. That's what it is. So I've been staying up really late, and it has messed up my schedule. That's what it is. I'm going to blame that. I'm going to blame that. But let me know if you have a question. I am a practical tarot reader, if you can tell by the title, which means I like to apply tarot to real world, everyday situations. And I like to approach things in a more down to earth way. You know, I do love all types of reading styles, but that is the particular style that resonates from me. If you're new, I've been practicing tarot a very long time, well over a decade. And I like to use examples from people in my life, people who have gotten readings from me, as well as my own life, to give accurate predictions, or to give predictions that are at least within the realm of possibility, because you know tarot always deals with the possibilities. Adrian Master, will I get a job in August? Adrian, if you would like me to answer your question, all you have to do is send a PayPal or a Cash App, or you can super chat and I will get to you. Oh, I see it, Paulie. Let me know your question when you're ready. And you guys feel free to let me know how your week has been. Does it come up as AstroTarotResearch on PayPal? PayPal is AstroTarot Brandy. You can see the comment above, AstroTarotBrandy@gmail.com. That's what it should come up as. It may have a different name. I can't see things on you guys' end, but if you put in that email address, I will get it. I'm going to log in because unfortunately I cannot see things on you guys' end, which is very unfortunate. I wish I could see it as a user. I'm just checking to see if I can see it. But last time I checked, I couldn't. All right. I want to know what my next relationship will be. Cliche, I know, but as much as I like being single, I want a romance. I think that's fair. You know, we all want a little romance. And I think, you know, more of us should be open to admit that. I think everyone, well, not everyone, I can't speak for everyone, but a lot of people want partners. Okay. So to answer your question, Chandi, all right, I hope I'm saying that right. It should come up like this. That is what I see when I open it up. So yes, it should look like that on PayPal, but the email address is AstroTarotBrandy@gmail. Okay. I want to know my next relationship will be. Let's go. I hope I'm saying that right. Is it Chandini? Please correct me, guys, if I say your name wrong. I am terrible at pronouncing names. But let's see. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Two of Pentacles. Focus. And we have the Five of Wands. There we go. Oh, sorry. The Seven of Wands. Don't know why I said the five. Maybe because they were all fighting. Similar energies. We have the Seven of Wands. So when will your next relationship be? I'll say this because we have the King of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. The timing is a little bit slower, so it's a little bit further off. Even if you look at the Two of Pentacles here, clarify that, you can see that the boat is coming into shore. However, they're still a few feet away, and there looks like there needs to be a lot of bases to cover before we get to the space where we are connecting. So another thing about the Two of Pentacles is I get it to represent distance. And so to me, it feels as though maybe the current person that you are meant to be in your next relationship with hasn't quite moved into your area, or maybe they just got there and they're taking their time to set up their life. But either way, it is showing that this person is of reliable character. They're generally going to be someone who is thoughtful. I love the King of Pentacles because he is someone who is a careful and considerate person who doesn't neglect their duties. But I do want to emphasize that Pentacles are slow, okay? I'm not saying it's going to take years or anything, but the Pentacles take their time. You know, I often get them to symbolize at least a year. I'm going to be honest. At least a year. Pentacles I get for traffic. Pentacles I get for any sort of slow down. So it's going to feel a lot slower than you would like it to come, but it will come. And so I do like that. I keep saying it's the 5. It's not. It's the 7 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands here is showing that you may have to go through a few frogs before you meet this next person, or at least go on a few dates that are just not it. You know, it just feels as though you guys are not compatible. You don't see eye to eye. You guys aren't connecting on that plane, right? And so I feel that you're going to at least go on a few dates before you meet this next person, because we often get these 7 of Wands to represent a time where you have to put in effort, a time where you're being proactive. And if you apply that to dating, this is a time in which you're going to be proactively dating, when you're going to have to really get through all of those people who are just duds before you meet this King of Pentacles character. So when is dependent on, essentially, I feel like this person, like I said, I think they haven't moved into your area yet, or they just settled in and they're trying to navigate. 2, I feel as though whenever you decide to be extremely proactive about dating, like I said, the 7 of Wands is not a sideline type of card. It's not a let's wait and see. It's putting things into action. It's like actively putting yourself out there with the intention to find someone. When you're doing that consistently, and when you're experiencing these dates, these people who may not be so compatible, that's when you're going to run into this person. All right. So keep that in mind. I really feel like it's going to be an amazing relationship. This person's going to be a lot of fun. And I wouldn't be surprised if you met them on vacation too. That is another example, because I'll either get the 2 of Pentacles to represent, okay, somebody's moving, they're coming to a new city. But then I also get it to like, they're coming to a new city for vacation too. So it shows up for both ways for me, but keep that in mind. But I really enjoy this relationship. This is a funny person. They have a really great job. They are somebody who is stable. They're someone who's very honest. And it also represents someone who is a hard worker, you know, very focused, not a lazy person. All right. But take your time, Polly. There's a few people the universe wants you to like go through first before you meet this person. Maybe there's some lessons there, but they're coming. Just keep in mind. Okay, we have. Oh, hey, Diamond, how are you? Chandni. Okay. I said, did you receive it? Yes, I received it. It sounds good. And Polly, let me know what you think. If you're not currently proactive about dating, I say start now. More than likely, you will run into this person faster. Oh, wow. It's like spread even between 3. In a relationship, not right now, and on the fence. Oh, it's like a third. I love that. And you guys, let me know if you have any other questions. As I was just saying before, I have changed my email for my PayPal to AstroTarotBrandy@gmail. Cash App is still the same, AstroTarotResearch. It is $5 for yes or no and $10 for in-depth reading. There's no limit on the amount of cards I pull. And I do like to give everyday practical real world responses when it comes to tarot. So that is my reading style. I prefer just giving that sort of straight talk answer. Not to say that the spiritual development doesn't come up as well, but it does. It definitely does. And if it does, I will mention it. But let me know if you have any questions about any relationships, anything coming up in your love life. And I will be happy to answer. If you're interested in the weekly collective, guys, as well, that all you have to do is rewind, and I will put the timestamp when this live ends so you can go back and look at the weekly collective. And also, last week's weekly collective is obviously still up. If you want to look at that and see if it resonates for you, feel free to leave a comment. I love to hear about what's going on in your lives and how your weeks have been. So, makes me happy to hear. 7 of Cups wants to come out for some reason. And don't forget to answer the polls. So the poll is, are you looking to date right now? So far, we have a 3-way tie between no, I'm in a relationship, no, not active, not right now, and I'm on the fence. I did not expect a 3-way tie. Oh, Tandy, I got it. Let me know your question. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to send them through PayPal or Cash App. If you don't have any of those, then you can use Super Chat. It is $5. Oh, in the request, it is $5 for yes and no, and it is $10 for in depth. Okay, let's get into this. What are your boss's intentions towards you? How long is he in my life. Okay, you asked a lot of questions, and it's supposed to be for one particular question, but I can see what I pick up on. I think the main question is, what is your boss's intentions towards you and how long he will be in your life? So let's get into that. And remember, guys, it is one question in depth, one or like a clarifying question. Like this one's fine. What are his intentions towards me and how long is he in my life? That I'm fine with that. But asking a bunch of questions, guys, it's one one question in depth, okay? All right. Let's see. What is this person's intentions? All right. I'm going to pull this. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Two of Pentacles. Just love's coming out. And we have the Fool. It's interesting because they have very playful character. So to me, it feels as though their intentions are a little bit more friendly and personable. And I feel as though they're not just looking for an employee, they're definitely looking for someone who could be potentially their friend. We have the Sun card here. I don't know why it's focusing on my face so bad, guys. There we go. Sun card here. And you see how they have the children playing with each other? And there's this push-pull energy hanging around. Very cute, very innocent, very fun, very joyous. I really feel like this person, their intention is to be your friend. They really like you as a person. We have Two of Pentacles. I often get that for representing, two peas in a pod, like people who are really close friends, people who are besties. The Fool card here connects to Uranus, not Uranus, yeah, Uranus, which connects to Aquarius, which is friendship. The Fool is another card that represents very innocent. The Knight of Cups, this is why I wanted to pull the Sun card, because the Knight of Cups can be romantic, but I pulled the Sun to clarify what aspect of the Knight of Cups it can be. And it's more so talking about the friendly, personable, open nature that the Knight of Cups is. And so I really feel like they want to get to know you on a more friendly level. They like your character. They like who you are. They feel that you are someone who they easily get along with. This is a type of person that thinks that you're pleasant to talk to. They think that you are someone who has very maybe interesting hobbies or habits, or something about you is very particular. I say that because when we have this Fool card next to the Two of Pentacles, it's like, I feel like this person would be wild to hang out with, wild in a good way. Like, oh, this person would be so fun or exciting to hang out with. So that's the energy that this person has for you. I'm going to clarify them. We have the Lovers, for how long they'll be in your life. To be honest, that could be quite a long time, because I feel as though both of you like each other in some regard. And the Lovers does connect to relationships and whether that's romantic, whether that's platonic, whether the nature of your relationship changed over time, that could be a possibility as well. But this person is meant to be in your life for a certain amount of time. It's not it's not short-lived, okay? I want to emphasize that. It's nothing that's short-lived. This is somebody you are forming a bond and a relationship and a connection with. And that happens sometimes. I definitely know people who are friends with their boss, who hang out and meet them, even though they are no longer working for them. It just happens that way. And so I feel as though this person is meant to be in your life for quite some time. You guys really will be a great emotional match for each other. There's this sense of, I'm here to listen to what you have to say. I'm here to comfort, as well as I would like to be someone who is part of your support system. And I feel that is very mutual. And you both seem to have very good intentions towards each other. So I also see a level of openness and care. So I think this person is meant to be in your life for a while, but currently their tensions are a little bit more platonic. Don't know if that will change over time. The cards aren't really displaying that, but they really do like you as a person. Something about your energy they find fun, they find exciting. They may even personally just find you very funny, very bright, especially when we have the sun and the Fool card here. That represents, oh, I think you have very unique, innovative ideas. So something about your character is just like, okay, this person thinks different. This person acts a little different. I like talking to them. I gain different perspectives. And so there's that energy going on. But let me know what you think. Chandni. I gotta say this right. Chandni. Okay. Okay, I'm glad it resonates. Okay, good. I'm glad I said it right too. I struggle with names so bad. I'm glad. Yeah, it seems like you have a really really cool boss. You know, not everybody's boss is as friendly, are open to connecting. And then, you know, sometimes maybe you guys, it depends on the situation, right? Sometimes it's like, oh, this isn't meant to be, right? But in this situation, I think you guys have a great vibe, a great connection, and it's nice. I thought he might be jealous, but guess I'm wrong. Jealousy hasn't come up, but who, you know, I'll say this, there's different types of jealousy, whether it's romantic jealousy or whether it's like, hey, I don't want this person making outside connections with other people because that takes time away from me. Sometimes people have friendship jealousy. You know, I think that you should definitely see how the situation plays out, because if you guys have a good enough connection, maybe it said, that's good. I'm doubtful for no reason. Plus, I need his support. Well, he definitely wants to offer support. You know, if you got, just trust the vibes, fill it out. The energy can shift over time. Remember, we did get the Fool card, and so that energy is about that open road, things being unpredictable, things transforming, things changing. So it wouldn't be surprising if his feelings change or if his behavior changes in the future, just given that we have the Fool card there. So stay alert. Keep in mind. Keep your eyes open. Pay attention. And you know, you can always. It's where you said emotional. How would that come across? Emotional, you know, you could, in terms of like him asking or supporting, emotional could be like, hey, how are you doing today? Are you feeling okay? I know that you might be going through X, Y, and Z. I heard about X, Y, and Z. Or they're like, you know, if you ever need anything, I'm here to listen. That would be more of an emotional type of response, taking into your emotions into consideration, making sure you're in a good headspace, things along the lines of that, or even being open about things that they might be going through, like, oh, I'm going through a very rough time, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That would show some sort of emotional vulnerability if someone's open about their problems or things that they've gone through. That would be part of that. He said, I will keep my eyes open and keep boundaries firm just in case. All right, that sounds good. Yeah. I'm just reshuffling this real quick, guys. Just resetting the deck. I will ping you my next question in a sec. Okay. Just shuffling here. Oh, I got it. Let me read that. Oh, maybe I didn't get it yet. Oh, no, that's the one from before. And you guys, let me know if you have any questions, anything you would like me to answer. Just remember, I don't do health-related or legal advice. I'm going to leave that to the professionals. So it is $5 for yes or no, $10 for in-depth. And, you know, I don't have a limit on how many cards I pull. I just follow my intuition. Oh, and let me know if you would like to get a private reading from me. All you have to do is fill out the form below. If you have any questions, just email me. It's that same email, AstroTarotBrandy. I can answer your questions. Oh, hey, Marlon, on your lunch break and bored. Oh, but I'm happy to see you. Hi, Planty. Yes, you can ask. Anyone can ask. It is $5 for yes and no, $10 for in-depth. I prefer PayPal or Cash App, but you can also send a super chat. Oh, I think I got Chandi's next question. Okay. My career in finance now, in the future, and in the future, please. Is it good for me to do something on my own, like a business, and wait for a promotion? Okay. Career in finance now and in the future. Let me get into this one. All right. I plan to say, oh, no. Might be out of their price range. All right. Let's get into finances and career. Let's see. We have the Knight of Wands. Let me make sure that this is. We have the Sun. That's good. So right now, when we have the Knight of Wands and the Sun, these cards are all about essentially transforming into a new place when it comes to your career. Okay. The Knight of Wands is someone who's very experimental and they don't like to stay in one place. And so it's all about exploring different areas. So I wouldn't be surprised if you were looking for a new job or if you just felt like your current job is making you a bit restless. Like you feel as though you would like new responsibilities there or you would like a promotion. It's just about wanting a shift. It's about wanting a change. With the Sun card there, I'll say this, the Sun card is a card that's usually more independent. And so I wouldn't be surprised if you started exploring the option pretty soon to actually think about what will it look like to start a business? What exactly do I need to be successful? If you started looking up books on small businesses, if you started to actually do some research into different markets and how you can stand out, the Sun card wants to be able to build their own wealth and to be their own boss ultimately. So I feel like you might be moving in that direction soon when it comes to your career. Either that, or this can represent that you're going to look for a job that's going to provide you more freedom, that's going to make you feel more empowered, and that's going to put you in a leadership position. Okay. So your career is moving in a direction that's going to bring you more freedom and more leadership opportunities. All right. Currently, finances. We have the Nine of Wands. And we have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles has got a lot to say today. So current finances, Nine of Wands definitely represents that you are hustling and you are getting by. And you may even receive some type of support only because this is the After Tarot deck. So it represents someone basically being there to help you out or to assist you, whether that is maybe just a credit card company or it could be family, could be a friend. Like if someone falls on hard times, you're like, okay, there's somebody's there to support me. But it does represent that you're working hard when it comes to your finances. It may even show that there may have been some debts to pay off, or it feels as though the bills keep coming, or prices keep rising. The Two of Pentacles represents having to kind of go with the flow when it comes to your finances. You know, he said, yep, yeah. Two of Pentacles is definitely like wearing different hats. One thing pops up, you have to deal with that thing, and then another thing pops up, and you have to deal with that. And it just feels like there's a lot to juggle. There's a lot to take care of. And sometimes I can get the Two of Pentacles to represent someone who's even looking at a second stream of income, because I often get that Two of Pentacles to represent, hey, I do a lot of different things. You know, I can paint, I go to work, I also do this thing. And so it can also show that maybe in the future you're thinking, if you don't do this already, I'm looking at a second source of income. And you said, is the leadership role going to be stressful? I'm going to say more than likely yes, just because the Sun card can represent overstimulation. It can represent, you know, people making you mad. I'm going to be honest. He said, all correct so far, but nothing has worked out yet. Let's see what the future is going to hold. Let's get into that. Oh, perfect. We got the King of Pentacles. And that's for the finances. Okay, this card wants to come out. We have the Seven of Swords reversed. Seven of Swords reversed. So this is interesting. We do have the King of Pentacles here. So I do believe that this second stream of income, or being able to be a little bit more independent, getting some more money coming in, that is going to work out eventually. It may take its time, but it's growing and you're going in the right direction. Now, in terms of the career, to me, it feels as though this position is like you'll recognize that it's not for you. It's essentially it. And you'll start looking back and say, I've got to make some changes. This is if you're working independent. I've got to make some changes so that things are more aligned with my spirit. Or if you end up getting a more leadership position, you're more than likely going to say, I'm not sure if this particular position is for me, or if I like these particular responsibilities. These cards represent kind of reconsidering the avenue and direction that you're going already, but it's going to pay better money. I need money. Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely pay better money, but you'll definitely still be reconsidering things and feel as though, I don't know, you're just like, this is not for me. This is stressful. I don't think I considered everything that came with this. And it feels as though I'm giving up some aspect of my freedom or independence, and I don't like that. You know, that's kind of like the energy at some point. Then we have the High Priestess. And then I want to clarify the High Priestess by the Four of Wands. So at some point, I don't think this may sound out of the box, but at some point, I don't think you're going to be thinking about money as much, just because we have the High Priestess and the Four of Wands. And those cards are focusing on your happiness, how you feel, your sense of peace, what makes you feel spiritually aligned, what makes you feel as though you are being true to yourself. And you'll start making decisions and your finances based off of that. Said, for the short term, should I go for the stressful job? That decision is going to be up to you. But I will say it will bring about more money. And so We all need money, and any financial boost can be extremely good. I'll say that. So if you really need that money, I mean, I say do what's best for you. Not thinking about money. Well, I cannot say that right now. That's the money I need. Yeah, I can see that. I think we have this 10 of Wands, kind of showing the feeling of being overwhelmed, feeling as though there's a lot to take care of in terms of finances. Just want to pull. We have the Six of Cups reversed. And we have the Four of Swords reversed. Long term, this is coming more than likely from a combination of your job and business. I say that because I pulled the Empress card here, and I'm looking at this 10 of Wands, the Six of Cups reversed, and the Four of Swords reversed. And to me, that represents that you're still kind of juggling a lot of different areas. And because you're juggling a lot of different areas, it's going to lead to you to have more stability. Don't get me wrong, there's not going to be much rest, especially with that Four of Swords reverse. And we also have the Six of Cups. Not going to be much support, or at least as you move up in the career sector, it feels as though there's less support. But I think both areas are showing that, hey, I'm doing well in my job, and I'm also doing well in my side business, especially with the Empress card here. She doesn't have to choose one thing or the other. She can do whatever she wants, you know? And not only that, but Venus rules Taurus. It also rules Libra. Taurus, we know, is money you make for yourself. Also could be money through the job. And then the Libra aspect can be money you make through the marketplace as well. So a business as well. So to me, I feel as though it's both things that are bringing you income, both things that are allowing you to have more stability in the future. But be careful when overworking yourself or feeling too overwhelmed, because that feeling is coming up a lot. Are people around me going to be supportive at work and home in regards to busy schedule? That's the thing I was trying to say. They're not going to be that supportive, honestly. It's going to feel like you're carrying a lot on your own. But that's what I have for this. It does show success, but it also shows like you're going to be doing a lot. You're going to be so busy. It's going to be pretty tiring. But I will say you will be successful. Without a doubt. It's showing the success there. It's showing the stability there. It's showing how hard you're working. So I really do feel as though there's a lot of success coming your way. You're welcome. Sudip. Did I say that right? I want to know something about my relationship. Oh, thank you. If you guys have a question, feel free to send a PayPal or Cash App, or you can super chat because I know not everyone has PayPal or Cash App. And I'm glad you liked the reading. If there are no more questions, let me know because I'm gonna have to close out soon. It's my fault for being late, so I'm like I'll stay a bit longer. Because normally I like to be on time, or at least if I'm late, I'm like 5 minutes late. But since I was a little late today, I'll stay for 5 more minutes. If anyone has any questions, let me know. Don't forget to fill out the poll. I am curious. It was tied. Okay, so the main thing is, ooh, we had a lot of votes. No, right, not right now. Okay, people aren't actively looking. Holly, I believe I did your question. Let me look back. Yes, I did it. And it'll still be there in the live. So I keep my lives up so that you guys can go back and look at your readings. And so I did it. Just feel free to like scroll back and it will be there for you. All right. I'm going to end the poll unless anyone wants to give a last minute response. It looks as though most people are not looking to date right now. We have some of you in relationships. We have some of you actively looking. We have some of you on the fence, but for the most part, it is a no, not right now. We need a break. That is wild. You know, I didn't really expect that. And the only reason I didn't expect that is because we have Jupiter and Venus coming together. And in Western astrology is Cancer, but in Vedic astrology, it is in Gemini. And you know, Gemini likes having the relationships, likes connecting with people, loves forming all of those bonds and all that. Gemini's so romantic, and we don't talk about that enough. So I thought more people would be like, oh, we're actively looking. But I love to see that they're like, oh, you have one last question? Okay. All right. Let's get. Chandni, did you sent it already? I thought you were done. Otherwise, I would have, I had no clue that you still have more. Okay. Okay. My partner and I are trying for a baby. Every time we plan, something happens in terms of postponing and deciding not to have. Do you see me having a baby with my life partner? Let's see. Oh. And remember, guys, tarot gives the most likely possibility, but things can shift. Let's see. And remember, guys, readings are not free, though I may do a free video for subscribers. I'm thinking of doing one by the end of the year. It'll be first come, first serve. So if you guys are watching this back, or if you're here, you're the first to know about it. So in December, I'll probably just have a subscribers only ask questions. Okay, let's see. We have the star. We have the Six of Swords. And we have the Three of Swords. And the Queen of Swords. I'm going to pull one more. And the Six of Cups. I think so, but it's going to be a long journey. I'm going to clarify the Three of Swords. We got the King of Cups. I think emotionally, this is going to be very tough for you and particularly your partner. Yeah, like I said, it's already been one. And it's going to, you guys are going to go through more emotional turmoil in a bit. I mean, I'm not trying to sound depressing or sad or anything like that, but it does show that there does seem to be some really hard times when it comes to having to but when it comes to being able to conceive a child or have a child. And eventually, yes, you will have children because we have this Six of Cups on the deck. And also we have that Six of Swords. Both of those connect to children and family. But it's going to be tough for a little bit more. So I do want to say that. But I do feel as though you guys will have that family. You see them, children coming in to the home. They're running inside. I see that coming for you guys. Even if it's a tough road, I think that this is going to happen. We have the Nine of Swords in like a year or two. That's quite possible. We got the World card. I think so. We got the Three of Pentacles. Both cards representing completion. So I think in about a year or two, yes, you'll likely have a child with your partner. And then we get a card, Three of Wands. We all know that that's about waiting. So don't worry. Don't stress too much because we did get that Nine of Swords here, showing the worry, showing the stress. It's just a matter of time. I think this will come to fruition. I think this will happen for you. I don't see there's anything here that would say no. It's a yes, but with time. So IVF, I mean, I can ask. Yeah, I can see that. We got the Hierophant upside down. So Hierophant upside down represents things that are non-traditional. So IVF is in a line with that. You know, it's not the traditional way to have children, but it is effective. So I can 100% see IVF in the future. But I would say, you know, you will be having the children together. It does seem to be a happy home, even if it's a long journey, even if you guys have to go non-traditional routes. It does seem to be that you'll be building a family together. So that is something that is good. Would I be able to afford everything? Then it's interesting how the cards are not too focused on the money aspect, more so the emotion. When it comes to affordability, I think it's kind of saying that you guys both may make the decision out of the emotion. I don't necessarily see the card saying that it's particularly affordable, but you may take on that financial burden either way, because it looks like this means a lot to you both. Especially, I pulled the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups, like this. Knight of Wands upright, Queen of Cups reversed. And the Knight of Wands can make decisions that are like based on desire, impulse, and not necessarily care about the financial ramifications. And the Queen of Cups can be sort of caught up in that emotion, even if she knows if whether something would be the right thing to do financially. She might let her emotions lead her towards her desires, even if it's not the best financial move. So I do feel as though you guys will make that sacrifice, even if it's financially not completely affordable. He said, It is something to think about. That sounds like us. But take your time thinking through everything. I mean, if a family is really what you want, if that's your heart's desire, then I guess take the time to really plan out what comes with this decision, especially IVF, because I know people have said that it's very expensive. And maybe if you start planning ahead now, it can help when it comes to helping financially. And who knows, you may not even need it, but the cards are saying it's likely. He said, I want to focus on my career first in next year or two so that I can afford stuff. That sounds like a good plan to me. It sounds like you're thinking very practically. You're thinking about stability. So I think that you're going to achieve that. At least it won't be as hard on you financially. I'm going to wish you good luck, Chandi. Ugh, I hate my tongue. Chandni, there we go. Yes, blessings to everyone. And I really hope that the next week ahead is a good week for everyone, and that any struggles that you're going through now, know that they can be overcome. You have been an amazing reader today. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the compliment. And thank you all for stopping by. If anybody else has any other questions, I will more than likely do. He said, love your YouTube videos. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I put a lot of time and effort. I try to come up with good ideas or creative ideas. And also I love taking ideas from you astronauts. And then, obviously I love giving credit where credit's due too. Okay. I think I'm going to close out. I probably pop up Sunday just to make up for the fact that I was late today. And I will be live again, scheduled next week. Don't know the time. Obviously, as always, the reading will be out Thursday. I plan to pull you astronauts as usual. And I really appreciate. And thank you so much. I really appreciate all the compliments, and take care as well. I will see you all next time. Don't forget, private readings are available, from Vedic chart readings to tarot. And I may even try to, I'll announce those changes later. But I have so many ideas. So, Yanakana, I do only paid readings. So it would be $5 for yes or no, or $10 for in-depth readings. And you may, and so Let me know if it's PayPal, Cash App, or Super Chat, or otherwise, I'm going to have to close out. Sent via PayPal. Okay. Okay. What will I experience during my work trip this month? What will Yana experience during work trip this month? Let's get into that. We have the Page of Cups. That seems like fun, but the Page of Cups seems a little disappointed on that card. We have the Page of Wands reversed. And we have the Eight of Swords upright. So this is the After Tarot deck. I'll say this. On your work trip, there may be a few awkward social interactions, or there's even a possibility that you may feel as though you're not connecting with people in the way you would like to connect with them. But that could happen. I say this because on the After Tarot deck, we have this Page of Cups, and he's a little sad that the fish kind of jumped out of the cup. And so that to me indicates that there may be some interactions that you're like, oh, that I wish that had gone a little bit different. And also, when we have this Page of Wands on the After Tarot deck, he's walking away from someone. In reverse, it's like, ooh, I can't walk away from this. This would be awkward, or this would be not socially acceptable, or something along the lines of that. And that could possibly be maybe I'm not sure if you have a conference, or if there's certain interviews or speakers you have to listen to, or even a work dinner, because sometimes if you go on a work trip, there's some work dinner involved. It may feel like, oh, I can't get out of this. Like, I don't want to be here, or I want to move on to something else, but it'll be too awkward if I get up and leave right now. But we have this Eight of Swords on the After Tarot deck. That is somebody coming there to rescue you. So even if you have these sort of interactions where it feels like, oh, I can't leave the room right now, or I can't leave this conversation right now, or somebody's going to help you out with that. They're going to come through and say, oh, don't you have to do that X, Y, and Z thing? I think someone's going to pick up on your body language, or they're going to see how you're like, ooh, this person doesn't seem like they want to be here, and they're going to help get you out of there. So I really feel like it's a space where, yeah, I think most people are friendly, but some people more than others may be a bit too loud, maybe talk a little too much. Maybe they come across as very opinionated, or even a little ignorant sometimes, especially with the Page of Wands reversed. And it's likely that the way this person is talking, or people, or certain whatever, is going to be uncomfortable, but somebody else is going to help you out. Overall, I think the trip is good. We have the Chariot here, showing a lot of success. So whatever you're going on this work trip for, you will accomplish it no matter what. I will say the Chariot does represent that there may be some challenges or some distractions. Doesn't matter. You're going to overcome it. You're going to go there and do what you came to do. whether this also might be some miscommunications when it comes to, like, I don't know if you're getting a hotel room or something like that, but sometimes I get the pages to represent, like, maybe there's certain things the hotel didn't tell you, or maybe you get there to check in and they're like, oh, the room's not ready. There's some energy like that, especially with the chariot there. It represents like, oh, this is not going exactly how I want it to go, and now I've got to pivot. So there may be some unexpected things happening, or something like, oh, the elevator's down, the vending machine doesn't have food in it, like things like that. We have that going on with these combination of cards. But overall, it's a successful trip. Your head's in the game, you're focused, you're doing everything you need to do. You learn a lot for some reason. We got the 8 of Pentacles. You learn a lot, and it makes you start to look at things differently and think about your own work and your own professional life. And I love this combination because whatever you're applying or whatever you're learning on this work trip, you're going to apply it to your own career and your own work. So this actually seems like a really great informative trip. I really love that we got 2 8s. 8s represent personal power, represent growth, represent development, represent taking control of your own life. It also can represent, especially with these cards here, something you learn on your trip is going to help you in the long run to gain more financial success. So that's what I want to say here. Even if there's awkward moments, it's a good trip. You're learning, you're growing. And I feel as though it's really going to be beneficial towards you, Yana. And let me know how the trip goes. You know, stop by, let me know. I would love to hear how your trip ends up going. All right, sounds good. Thank you for getting a reading, and I appreciate all of you for stopping by, and also have a good day, Yana. And I will see you all next time. Just a quick reminder, private readings are available. Form is filled. You can fill out the form below. It should be under pretty much every video. Also, I will be probably popping up Sunday just to make up for being late today. And also, don't forget to watch the new reading that will be out on Thursday. I will see you then. Au revoir.